Oh, yeah. Welcome out. This is the Remix Morning Show. Right here on Black Liberation Media. In case you didn't know, I go by the name of the Ear Doctor, here to bring you that boom, bap, breath. Yes, not just me, but holding the D. Straight from the DMV. You know who she be. She lays it down. She goes by the name of Burn It Down Kim Brad.
Holding it D. Pause.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
It's never going to happen, unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but that's okay. It is what it is.
We got to stay young, Kim. We got to stay young.
Is it young? Is immature the same as young?
Yeah, it is. It's returning to the past, I don't know.
How you feeling this morning?
I feel pretty good. I've been on my drinking water all week. No beer, no alcohol, nothing.
What's this, Ramadan? You honoring?
Nah. I just want to, sometimes you just feel like you just want to do something different and switch it up. The older you get, you try to figure out ways to do better. So you do it here, there. Because a lot of people try to do something cold turkey, try to do all the things at once, and then they're like, oh, this is too much. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. So you got to do small things at a time, and then it won't be such a big thing once you get to it and try to do it again later.
I'm just noting the timing because it's Lent and it's Ramadan. I assume you know what both of those things are. So.
Yeah, I used to go to a Catholic church. You see, wait a minute. I was thinking of Ash Wednesday. But
no,
yeah,
you're not wrong. Last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, or was it this past Wednesday?
It was one of them.
Last Wednesday. Anyway,
I was like, why they got a mark on their head? You know what I'm saying? I was like, and they get to eat the little crackers and grape juice. I was like, these motherfuckers is living. I was like, why can't I be Catholic?
You are Catholic, aren't you?
No.
You went to Catholic school, okay?
I was raised a Baptist. My uncle was one of the biggest preachers in Trenton, New Jersey. So I was like part of the first families.
There's a lot of Black Catholics in the DC area. It's just a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, I guess maybe comparatively speaking to other regions of the country, but there's definitely a concentration of Black Catholics. There's Black Catholic schools.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was definitely Catholic. Live here.
Yeah, especially them. Mine was definitely Black. I had my 8th grade class was all Black with 2 Puerto Ricans, and that was it. And yeah, right in the heart of Trenton. Big up to Trenton. All right. But what you grow up as? Baptist?
Methodist. African.
So what was your method?
Methodist Episcopal, AME. Black Folks Church.
What's the difference between Methodist and Baptist? Do you know?
I have no idea.
It's just a section like these niggas is down the block, so they Methodist, we Baptist. That's just what it is. Christian blood.
There was a paper bag in it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what the difference between AME and Methodist and Baptist. Please don't explain it. It don't matter.
They're like, well, see, what happens is, you know what I mean?
But apparently the Pentecostals got the best music, right? Like,
really? No Baptist.
No. Pentecostals and now, Chat, I will defer to you. Now, Pentecostal and Church of God in Christ, are those different things, or are those kind of like the same things? Cause them niggas get down, Air Doctor. Like I'm telling you, Baptists got a good reputation, but the Pentecostals who get out there and with the band, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Yeah, yeah. They do get busy with the
Another level.
band. They
Mm-hmm.
do. But the Baptists, listen, when that organ get to playing and then that right there, that's the march right there. They get everybody. Woo! You talk about a party and then the choir coming and blow the house down. But that
Now
organ.
Catholic don't slap like that, but to Catholic Church credit, 45 minutes in and out. Let's go. 45 minutes.
Time for that song and dance.
Say it again.
They ain't got time for that song and dance.
Oh no, no, no.
That's what add the extra time at church is song and dance.
All of that. Yeah, no, there's a lot of pomp and circumstance in Black church. The
Mm,
processional, the recessional, the
mm.
offering, the reading of the announcements,
Do,
today's word, and here come the kids doing a praise dance. It's like
do
it's just like a party.
I'm gonna miss the football game. What are y'all doing? I remember that shit. I was like, God, I used to be knocked out in church, boy. I tried to be an usher one year, and I was like, "It's too much standing."
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I quit that day. Like, yeah, I need to sit down. I was spoiled. My uncle was the fucking pastor. I was like, nah, I'm good on this. What else y'all got?
Doctor said he want to be part of the janitorial ministry. I'm gonna push the broom after service.
Yo, but I am excited about later. We are doing classical breakdown with the legendary Marvin Gaye. And I must say, music from decade, different genres, he was able to do his thing from 61 first album all the way to like 85.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Woo. Man.
Incredible story. But I think Marvin also comes out of that Pentecostal church.
Yeah, he does. And his dad was on that wild out. Like, yo, you need to really be Christian and stop playing. Or Pentecostal, whatever it was. Stop giving yourself away from the Lord.
He had a bad dad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody it sucks for people. People who get stuck with bum parents. It's like try not to be the bum parent that you don't want your child to get stuck with. Like Jesus.
And if you don't know why we talking about his dad, you might need to come in at 11 o'clock and find out. So yeah, so it's a hell of a story. Hell of a story. But
Hmm.
yeah, we should be getting. Let me see if we got it's supposed to be OG Thursday today. So the original group. Jackie has some things to do. But let's
Shout out to Jackie. Jackie was broadcasting live from Venezuela last week on Fridays Darker Than Blue. She was broadcasting from Caracas, I think.
yeah. She
Love
came.
down there.
Man, I gotta get down there. She came on glowing, boy. Just being around some good people, sun and clean air. Man, it was a good show yesterday. Big up to her and Ricky Ryan. It was definitely a powerhouse of information. I even learned something. Don't ask me. But
Okay.
I knew you was gonna do that shit. I was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Put up to
First
punch.
question.
You got a block right after that, right after you punch.
Did you watch Trump's State of the Union? I know you didn't.
I watched the highlights. It was like, you watch this stuff now. It's like you gotta watch the highlight reels and stuff. It's too much to sit there at one sitting and taking all that bullshit. But I did
Fact.
see the Al Green with the ape thing. I'd seen the ladies with the pins saying F ICE. And I seen the one black sister with the Muslim sister yelling at him. And then I seen him just bragging. Just like he was a rapper, like I did this, that, and that, and this. First time I got up as this bitch. Yeah. So he was spitting, I was like, this dude.
Well, he was lying. I
I
mean, he talks
mean,
about the
ain't most rappers
accountability
lying? These niggas ain't
in
got.
facts. Yes. Yes, most rappers are indeed lying. Yes, so I guess
Yeah,
Trump is a rapper.
he is.
He
He's
is.
been an entertainer. Like he's in everybody mad rap songs and everything.
Oh man, so sad. That's so sad. That's such a dim reflection on our era of rap music. It's like how many glowing references to Trump are there
Mhm.
by some of our favorite MCs. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
I
So
see
that's
Raekwon. I'm like, but you the Black Trump though, right? That's what you said.
yeah. I don't think he'll ever do that song. He can How can he? And it's one of his greatest songs. That's not Glaciers of Ice. What is it?
Black
No,
Trump. It's called Black
no, it's
Trump.
not
Yeah.
called Black Trump. Guess
Oh,
it.
he got
He.
one song called Black
Oh,
Trump. Yeah.
oh. Well, what? Yo, what up, yo? Time is
It's
running
running
out. It's
out.
the
It's for
real
real
though.
though.
Let's
Let's
connect
connect
politic.
politic. Ditto.
Ditto. Trace incarcerated
The
Scarface.
Scarfaces. Yeah, yeah. Incarcerated Scarfaces. Phew. One of the hardest tracks ever.
It was been
Yeah.
very sad. But no, shout out to Rashida Tlaib from
Hmm.
Michigan. Shout out to Ilhan Omar. Hey man, if you can't do nothing to actually stop any of the policies, the least you can do is heckle. The least you can do is be wholesale disrespectful in this man's face. I
Yeah.
appreciate the effort. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Although less impressed with Al Green's scroll, Black people aren't apes. It's like that's the toughest message you could put on a piece of paper.
Yeah. And,
Like,
and speaking of Wu Tang, like Goddess Crew said, rest in peace, Power Grant, Wu Tang forever. My man Power, knowledge born. Yeah. Like in the Belly movie. You remember when dude was locked
oh,
up? Yeah. Yeah.
vaguely. I don't
Yeah,
have
he was the
any
one that sent
reference.
Method Man to go take out an old girl at the end of the movie, but she fought back and busted him in his head. You
I
remember
haven't
Belly?
seen Belly in
Oh,
25
okay.
years. Like I only watched it
Hey.
once. I didn't think it was that good of a movie. So
What?
I've never gone back and rewatched it. I think I actually saw it in the theater.
You miss Sincere and Nas's great acting? You what?
Best part of the
Yo,
movie.
Keish.
No, Quiche was the best part of the movie. Taro Hicks looking
Yeah.
like a
Oh
tall
my
glass of
god.
water.
Oh
she
my
was she was the best
god.
part of the movie.
You ain't lying. I was mad in Bronx Tale. I was like, where he get the. But then I was like, all right, DMX, all right, bring her back to life, bring her back to
Shut
reality,
up.
even though even though even though DMX was the shit. You know
One
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
most gorgeous faces of our era, Taro Hicks. I don't think she gets enough put on her name for her beauty.
Hmm.
Gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
Yeah, acting too. I mean, at that young age doing the Bronx Tale, that was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? So Belly sucks. Oh my goodness. The disrespect in this
I
chat room.
mean, it was just a long Hype Williams video, wasn't it? Like,
Steady, are you ready? You know, on my 50th, that's what I came in on too. That soul to soul shit.
well,
But nah,
Mary Soul to Soul, yeah.
yeah, but nah, that was masterful. Then your boy DMX got down with the nation at the end and was like, I can't even do it, man. So it was a good flick. And my boy, what's my boy? Uh Linux. What? Am I thinking about Shotters? I might be thinking about Shotters. They all kind of,
You haven't
gangster.
seen these movies in a long time either, I take it.
So, all right, well, I guess no Kamal, no text. And you know what's funny? I just text what was it like 2 days ago? If you're not gonna be around, just give me a text so I can.
Holla back, youngin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So anyway, we got stories. Well, first of all, we started off as you can see on the thumbnail. We got some entertainment, different stories and stuff
All
to
right. You
to
gotta
get
bring us
through.
up to speed on this. God damn it. Cause I tried not to be caring about what these celebrity niggas is talking about. I do not care. But when you said 50 and T.I. clapping at each other, I was intrigued. Cause I said,
Mm.
two dirt balls going at each other. Who's gonna win? I'm rooting for everyone to lose. So I'm interested now.
I mean, it goes all the way back to Ti in 50 when Ti challenging 50 Cent to a verses, and 50 was like, all right. And then when they asked 50 Cent about, okay, you gonna do the verses Ti? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he was like, oh, Ti was like, oh, word. So then all this comes back around. Ti put out his thing,
What's
doing
the
his thing.
format here? I'm sorry. Is this all on Instagram? How is this going? Like, how is this going back and forth on X? Like, what is this? Are these diss
This this
videos?
is this is interviews. Like when they ask
Oh,
him,
okay.
yeah, Ti about it. So then next thing you know, it gets brought back up. The video comes out, and then 50 Cent puts up a post of Tiny, Ti's wife, and shows her, her skirt is up a little bit, and you can see like the BBL and all that stuff. So you fuck with a man's wife, he got to come at you. This is no longer a rap beef, but at the same time, that's part of the rap beefing. It's like you find whatever you can to come at somebody and talk about them. So, but Ti did a diss song. 50 Cent never responded by just putting up more memes. So
Hold on. You
50,
got this song? Can we hear it? Is it a quality
nah,
disc?
nah. I mean, we don't. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. He came out with two. One was War, and then the second one was the right one. So he came out with two diss songs already. No response for 50, just 50 doing memes and stuff. Because then the son came to the defense of the mom, King, and then 50 Cent just put up a meme of a frog type.
I mean, listen, not
50
to
is the
take away
king of petty, yo.
I mean, listen. This is no. It's why is that boy's face just like a piece of paper? I mean, it's no distinguishable features. It's just like, oh man, he put a okay.
Yeah, so then that went down, and then King got online and said, F you, you talk about my mom. You ain't even got no mom. She dead. She in the grave. So came at him with that. And then, it just furthered on and keep going. And then after that, okay, Beyonce mom comes to the defense of Tiny. Like, you need to leave her alone. So then 50 was like, oh, word, you want to jump in this too?
Why, Miss Tina? Miss Tina, stay out the mess. Stay out of the mess.
And at this time, 50's like, man, I don't need, you're not even important enough for me to make a rapper come at you or nothing like that. So he's playing that role. He's just doing memes. He's like, I'm not rapping against you. Cause I mean, Ti got a hell of a catalog. If you did do a versus and then to go at each other, it would be a good versus. But to me, I think Ti has a deeper catalog than 50 and more hits. But yeah, that and that. It was a lot, but
So the latest distraction for us all to take
exactly, exactly,
our
exactly.
focus off of more important issues. Though again, I love it when my enemies go again. I love to see dirt balls going after each other. That's I can't even act like I don't enjoy it. I do.
So the one thing I know, we got Minister Server coming up for the hip hop story, but I was looking at the lens of, is this still like, is was hip hop about capitalism? Now, when I say that, I bring it back to the battling. When I think of crabs in a bucket, the whole phrase about that, where we only had one stage to get onto. So we was all fighting for that stage. So therefore the battling came. The best MC, who could get on the stage, who could get on the microphone. So let me be the best. And once I come and battle you and disrespect you in front of a crowd and just show you my wordplay and everything, then I take the stage. This is mine. I'm gonna make the most money because now they're gonna see me. I mean, look at Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. You got to see Kendrick rise, get awards, and get his stuff from that. You got to see the KRS One. You got to see his battle against MC Shan. Once he beat MC Shan, KRS One just kept going. He flourished. He was the man. Put album after album. You ain't even see MC Shan like that no more. So it's like looking at this. It's like, is it, we look at hip hop culture and say it's about the battle, it's about the battle. Is it because of the capitalistic type look and way to be on that stage to get all the money? Or is it just like, oh, friendly art of war? Because they don't do this in no other music. I don't see no battling in country music. I don't see no battling rock music. They don't be calling each other out and disrespecting, but we
Yeah,
do
they
it in our
do.
culture.
They
Not
do.
like us. What? Who
No,
else battles?
we did. They don't. They meaning the media, the legacy. You know, they don't highlight it. But come on, a lot of those rock artists talk big shit about each other.
They don't
Niggas, them
battle like
niggas,
us.
shit, them niggas would fight. What? Like Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses, them niggas would come to blows sometimes. Like them niggas would go be fighting each other at the Roxy and shit. Oh, come on, Air Doctor. The thing
But
is, they just try to clean up white folk shit. They always try to make it seem as though niggas is the one causing chaos.
but
Never.
in hip hop culture, battle rap is one of the foundations of hip hop. That's in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Is battling.
Okay, but you said that as though it's a bad thing. Is it a bad thing?
That's what I'm saying. Was it about I got to get on that stage? I could be the only one on that stage, so therefore I got to take you off by battling you. Whereas they had possibly in other genres multiple stages. They wasn't fighting. Ooh, I got to get on that stage, so I'm gonna disrespect you in front of the whole crowd. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do I know?
Music historians, back me
Okay,
up on this.
Battle of the Bands, as
I know
somebody said.
the
Larry
white
Williams.
the whites was definitely beefing. Like them niggas was absolutely beefing. You know what I'm saying? But those stories get told as these sort of like tucked away nougats of. Did you know that the Who used to want to fuck up? The
Hmm.
animals. You know what I'm saying? And it's these. Legendary rock tales that are not as well publicized as rap beef because again, there's an agenda there to make black people and particularly black men seem confrontational and potentially violent and listen to their lyrics. This is what they say. But I'm thinking
Hmm.
about what was the Old Dirty Bastard? It was off of his first album. I can't remember what it was. Rawhide.
Oh, that was wild.
If you can't get paid, you know what I'm
To
saying? Who
be an
wants to
MC.
be?
Yeah.
Who can't, you know what I'm saying? Who if you can't get paid to be a fucking MC, then what are we doing? Old Dirty put it out very plain and simple. I look at rapping very much as though they're ball players, right?
Hmm.
Like on the
You,
court, these men want to take on each other and assert each other's dominance and skill. I think rapping is very much the same thing.
So they saying the pasties player for keeps. The pasties have battles disguised as jam sessions. They for sure be trying to upstage each other. Yeah, I could see that. Battle of the bands, the uh dance hall, they had the clashes for the best DJ and stuff like that. It's definitely battling. But on the level of now in hip hop, it gets deadly. I mean, we're talking about, even though we all assume the whole Biggie Tupac thing was due to them battling each other, dying. We can look behind the scenes more and see if that was really all of what it is about. But you got different people battling. Like right now, people are like, "Yo, if Ti sees 50 Cent, I don't know if it's gonna turn out good." The same thing right now. If 50 Cent see Ja Rule, they gonna get to fighting.
Are they?
I mean, he
Niggas is
almost got in a fight with Tony Yayo and what's the name on the plane?
Was this recently?
Yeah, this was recently. So they started the whole thing on the plane. Ja Rule's like, "You trying to shake? You want to shake?" I was like, "Oh my god!" And then he came back and apologized. He was like, "I shouldn't have been doing that." I was like, "Yeah, you are pretty old to be on the plane, ready to fight, knowing you could get kicked out and put in jail." That was wild.
Exactly. Ja Rule know that he cannot afford to get on that no-fly list, sir. So how are you
Yeah,
going to get to your 4 gigs a year if you cannot get on an airplane? Quit playing.
yeah. So I mean, it's a little different. So I don't know.
Well, we definitely can't overlook the fact that T.I. and 50 Cent are likely playing in our faces. This possibly is some sort of contrived beef for clicks and to drive engagement because I don't know. Them niggas still dropping albums. I don't know what they're doing. I know 50 Cent is a successful producer of,
Good thing we
shit.
got our hip hop philanthropist of knowledge. Come out, K. Franklin.
Oh, the what?
Hip
He's a
hop
what?
philanthropist of knowledge.
Hip
Is that
hop.
you?
Of
Put it
course,
together.
anything about hip hop, I'm the philanthropist, knowledge person about it.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah. gives it away freely. It might
I
not
give
be right.
true.
It
A
might
lot of
not
things
be
I give
right,
away.
but he gives it away freely. See,
Everything I give
you
away
gotta do the
freely, people.
wordplay. That's part of hip hop.
Yeah, everything I
Yeah.
give away freely, people want.
He's free of thought.
So what were we talking about? We were talking about. I just on the phone with Ti
Oh,
5 seconds ago. Getting oh, I don't want that to show up. Oh, my bad. Let me
Ooh,
close that
we
fans only
see that
page.
screen. Let's rewind it.
Let me close that fans only page. Okay, I was talking.
Be careful.
I was talking to Ti the other day about
Fans only. I'm sorry. I just couldn't let that slide.
But did y'all dig deep into the beef?
Yeah, we did. We just finished.
Man.
Yeah,
So what a quick recap just because I'm
why you always do this shit, man?
because I got to take the kid to school.
Okay,
It's
okay.
rainy
I'll
today.
recap it.
It was a lot. I had to go through a lot today. Got out the
Please,
house
go-
late. It was raining.
we
Traffic.
get it. Go ahead, Kim. Tell me.
Go ahead, Kim. Thank you.
So T.I. and 50 Cent apparently were going to do a versus. I would imagine almost 5 years ago now, and
Mhm.
for some reason the verses did not come together, and they have been subtly taking shots at one another, and then it became not so subtle, where 50 Cent posted a video or unflattering image of T.I.'s wife Tiny, apparently
Aren't they
showing some of
all
her.
unflattering? I'm sorry.
Wow.
My bad.
Who can I run to when I need love? Anyway, so T.I. and his son didn't like pictures of his wife and mama being posted unflatteringly on the internet. So it's a bunch of jaws, as you can imagine, yam, bunch of yamming.
And this song came out by T.I., but not by 50 Cent. 50 Cent said, I don't got you're not important enough for me to do a battle song. I got movies to make. That's what I'm doing. So he posted a picture of him and Tyler Perry. Like, I'm making movies right now. I don't got time for this shit.
Very important. Yeah, very important to work with Tyler Perry.
Yeah, right.
Who stands that up? It's like, yo, I'm making art. Okay, I'm here with Tyler Perry.
Right, with Tyler Perry. Another one with a bunch of new accusations on him. But what's the big deal? I mean, come on. So what?
Yeah.
Pressured you for some sex. What's the problem? Yeah. Michael B. Jordan just got called a nigga. He didn't say nothing. Y'all niggas need to stop being so goddamn. That is what black people, women, disabled, and gays get all the time. What's the problem? Just said you was.
Wait, did he make a statement, Michael B? Did they make a statement about that? Nothing. They said nothing. They even like nothing. They just kept it
going.
I'm not a nigga. Come on. That's like going into a State of the Union with a sign saying we're not apes. What the fuck are you doing?
I know. I felt so. I was like, I get it. He does it every year. It's like his thing now. But his brother Al Green. I same thing. It's like, I get it, but I was like, really?
Right. That's the most forceful message you could put on a paper to wave it.
We're not apes.
We're not.
Let me retort. We're not apes. I was like, really? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Rashida Tlaib fuck Ice Pin went way harder than Al Green's little scroll.
Oh my God.
I was loving that.
Yeah. I mean, what else can you do? Like, I think, like Jackie said, we missed the Parliament days when they would be fighting up in there and everything.
Well, no, that's what we got now. It feels like we got Parliament now because half the folks ain't showing. People walking out. It is the circus that Trump, I guess, loves or created. He's got the circus, and he is the ringleader of the circus. You saw he looked at the Supreme Court judges. He gave them the evil look. He was like, I'm going to kill you, motherfuckers.
Yo, he's mad braggadocious. I mean, he came up and said, listen, I did this, that, and the third. I mean, I should be at a third term. I mean, what are we really talking about here? I was like, this dude right here.
I can't believe it's like it's an act. I really do believe that But like it's for me, it's like the people around when you work with somebody or that person, I guess, and you gotta deal with that because it's like that can't be an act. This dude is truly looking at himself or his ego or saying things about like this, complimenting himself every 2 seconds of the day, and you got to be like, yes.
Did you hear this nigga when he said, I actually wanted to give myself the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor, but they told me I couldn't? That'd be Kamau. Kamau giving himself every award. Kamau.
No, but if you that old and you that age, wouldn't you just live and say whatever and do whatever and be like, fuck it, I'm the man? What the fuck y'all gonna say to me? Like,
bro, he is like, I got literally hundreds of millions of people who voted for, tens of millions of people who voted for me. He's like, what? Fuck y'all. He's like, I'm back. You didn't think I'd get here the first time. You didn't, I'm back again. You know what I mean? So I guess there is a part of that. And you're right. I need to name a medal after him. I'm gonna have a medal right there. Right.
The Community Movement Builders World Peace Award. The World
exactly.
And our first recipient, our first honoree is our leader, our dear leader, Kamau Franklin.
Yes. Like, oh my God, what a shock. I've 10 years in a row, I've been the only winner of this medal. I'm so surprised and shocked and awestruck.
You know what? We shouldn't even vote on this no more. Let's just give me the award. Let's not waste each other's time.
Birthday parties every year. We honor Kamau, our next recipient of the
leader, founder.
And he would make his own money. I mean, why not put yourself on money? I mean, who else is going to do it if you don't do all this stuff your damn self?
It's crazy. So he put. And again, I'm not mad at it because I didn't want there to be any Harriet Tubman money anyway. I know there's a lot of people who wanted the Harriet Tubman dollar, but I was like, he just shoved all that shit to the side and put, you know who needs to go on the gold coin or whatever.
I got a great idea.
I got it.
No way.
I was just pondering.
I took such offense to putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. Like it just grated my spirit in the wrong direction. I'm like, I don't know about this.
Especially how she look in all her pictures. She just got a mad face. Like, no, she's just like I don't want no money with her.
I just want the United States trying to suggest they're honoring her when they don't give two fucks about Harriet Tubman.
Yeah,
that was just like they don't give two whatever, and they're just using it, and it was just a liberal device for inclusion. But I mean, again, they got smacked in the face with it. I think Obama was it Obama?
I was going to ask, was that Obama's original idea?
I thought it was Obama.
Yeah,
I might be wrong, but at least it was pushed at one point under Obama, but never happened. Again, and even something like simple as that. They couldn't even do that.
It's like a piece of paper that said, "Nice try, nigga," but y'all
that's exactly.
Y'all still enslaved. Don't get it twisted. You tried to get y'all out of slavery.
Holiday. What the fuck you want? You got that King holiday 40 years ago. Jesus Christ.
As soon as they put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, is worth $10. And it's like, wait a second. Well, now these new 20s are actually only worth 10. But shout out to Sister Harriet.
Yeah, shout out to Sister Harriet. She did her job. All right, let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and hit y'all in the head with some type of news. We got all types of stuff. We got Janet Jackson out here with Farrakhan's son, dating rumors swirling. Some different things to talk about.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Mustafa is like, he's trying to be in control. Oh, you like how I did that? All right, right here in the Remix Morning Show. He's in control. All right, time for a remix on the remix. Let's do it like this.
Believe. Trimmer don't mind it, gangster or love. Trimmer don't mind it, gangster or love. Trimmer don't mind it, gangster or love. Charms of your arms, your gun is wild war. Bang bang, shoot 'em up. Tips in your clip, click clack, use 'em up. Bad intentions and a very good shot. X marks the spot where you cross the heart. Candlelight vigil on my memory block. Commemorate the date where the bomb got dropped. Drop up, study war, no more. Put your weapon away, quit collecting the slain. She said you right, I don't wanna fight. I just like the fire and the flashing light.
All right, let me take you to a time and place. Let me take you to the year of 2009. Yes, we're talking about with Yasin Bey, aka Most Def, aka Yasin Bey, off his album The Aesthetic. Yes, this name of this song is called Pistola. Dope song, dope album. If you ain't heard it, you should go check it out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, go to patreon.com, become a member over there, get footage that's rare, donate where, blkliberationmedia.org. Show your love. We are definitely getting into we are in our 5th year of Black Liberation Media. We'll be celebrating the Remix Morning Show April the 21st. So make sure y'all all here as we get to there. We need your help to make sure we get there. All right, with that said, let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning Show. Beat body here, doctor. Yeah. Oh, where? What you up there listening to?
Love that era, Most Def, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yasin. Am I saying? I don't know if I've ever said it right. Yasin.
Yasin Bey.
Isn't there an L? Isn't there an L in there?
Yasin.
Yasin.
Like the fish spot. Yasin's.
My daughter was impressed that I know Most Def. And I was impressed that she knew who she thinks she knows who Most Def is. I was like, you know who Most Def is? She's like, yeah. She's all into 90s rap. So she's like, he's the best, blah, 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 blah.
What?
I'm not convinced she knows who he is, though. I'm not convinced. She says she does. I'm not convinced.
Well, don't mention all his children's mothers and stuff. Let her don't taint.
By the way, it led to a story.
How the people was waiting to serve Most Def with paternity suit papers at the concert.
Exactly. By the way, it led to the story. Like,
don't tell her that. Let her enjoy
it. He was like, one more song. Rewind.
He performed 12 tracks. It was crazy.
This is a B-side song I never performed before, but today
I didn't know Most recorded that much. It's like, what the hell?
I'm very impressed. A shout out to young Miss Franklin with taste. Look at in spite of.
Oh wow! Ouch.
But look, she still came home to Brooklyn. She still gravitated towards a Brooklyn MC. So look at that.
You know who she says her favorite MC is, though?
Biggie?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
No.
She likes Sir Mix-a-Lot. I was like, he's corny. I was like, he's got one song. One
song. My posse on
West Coast.
West Coast.
Snoop?
No.
Not even Snoop.
Kendrick.
Rock.
No, go back. No, you're in the right era with Snoop. Think NWA.
What?
MC Ren?
Not even that MC Ren.
Don't say Easy E.
Not Easy E.
Bing, 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 bing.
Who is she?
He did for her.
Child, listen to Easy E. Hold on. Let's back this up. You let your child listen to Easy E. You let your child listen to Easy E.
Ice Cube, right? Rhymes that I say. What?
It wasn't on purpose. Because it's like I let her dig into some 90s hip hop, which led to some NWA, which somehow led to Eazy-E. And she's she knows better not to do the curse. She'll bleep out the curse. She's trying to show me.
How does she bleep out? Just don't matter. Just don't bite it. She swallowed it. I mean, how do you bleep that out? That's what.
She's discovering song by song. She's not listening to full.
Yeah, she's not listening to albums. Yeah, it's like something that comes on Spotify type of shit. But still, I'm mad that she said Eazy was the best rapper. I mean, she's again trying to fuck with me a little bit, but she's like Eazy is the best rapper ever. It's like, what? Are you crazy? I think he couldn't even rap. Ice Cube had to write his thing. They literally had to sit this nigga down and show him out. What are you talking? It just infuriates me.
Send her over to Uncle Ear Doctor. At least let her watch Uncle and Auntie on the classical breakdown. Go and pull up some of our old clips of different music.
I will.
I'm saying cruising down the street in my 6'4". I mean, boys in the hood.
She does know that.
Jack in the bitches, slapping the house. It's a good it's a great storytelling rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
is.
not even Ice Cube. I would understand if she said Ice Cube. I was like, Easy-E? She actually did a portrait of him.
What?
For her entry into DSA. But luckily, it looked like some, I don't know. It looked like some Latino dude. I was like, who is this supposed to be? Like, what is that? Not easy. So she did it a little over, and it looked a little bit more like him.
Oh, she is gangster.
I was like,
yo, I gotta dap her up when I see.
I was like, that's Easy-E? I was like, oh my god.
And when I see, I'm like,
you gotta dap Maya up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta dap her up, and start singing the song. And
she
huh?
She OG. That's an old soul child listening to NWA.
Mm.
Oh my god, yeah, she's a fan, Ricky.
My mother introduced Sam Cooke to me in terms of music. My era of people, we introduce NWA to our kids.
Damn, that is true.
It is crazy, isn't it? Kind of crazy. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, I was introduced to gospel and jazz by way of my parents, and a little bit of soul. Yeah. I remember the dopest songs, "Boogie Oogie I Dance," that from Earth, Wind and Fire, and then "Taste of Honey."
Oh, it's all because of you.
No,
which one?
Boogie Oogie.
Oh, Boogie Oogie. Oh,
yeah.
You remember "It's All Because of You"?
Like I remember that. But that wasn't the song I was talking about.
Oh, that was a cool song, though.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Tell me more about this. Wait a minute. I want to hear more about Janet. I mean, since we're in the musical, whatever.
Entertainment today.
I got to hear about Janet.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I thought she witnessed something. Ain't she one of those witnesses? Jehovah's Witness?
Yes.
Is she still though? The whole family was, but is she still? Remember, didn't she have the baby with the
Islamic dude, right?
Or whatever? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and then Mike ended off his career messing with the FOI. So
Ricky, we know Cuba's under. This is important Black catch-up news first before we get to we got to get to this is very important to the Black community right now. I need to know who Janet Jackson.
Now, if we was talking about how Slutty Vegan was going to be the new lady on Real House of Atlanta Housewives, if we was to talk about that, Ricky would be all about it.
She would be all in it. But now she would be all she too good for a little Janet Jackson news.
That's right. Pinky Coles is joining the cast instead
Was it not Ricky who shared the Janet Jackson news with the rest of us? We doing your story, Ricky. What is
you know what I'm saying? Now she just sit mad because she ain't on screen. Come on, Ricky. I'll send you the link. Oh, now she says she boycotting the season. Oh my God. I mean, listen, Pinky Cole was like, listen, I gotta get my money back. These restaurants is not doing like they need to.
Is this the Pinky? Like the Pinky? Like the Pinky? I just never paid attention.
Well, there's two Pinkies.
No, there really
I don't know who either is.
There's only one Pinky.
Okay? No, there's two Pinkies. Fellas, they know the other Pinky.
No, anyway. That's the only Pinky I'm aware of with pink hair. Like I said, there's only one Pinky. I don't know who this.
Oh, okay, that's the one you talking about too.
That's the only Pinky I know. Besides Pinky in the Brain, nigga. Like, I mean.
Besides Pinky in the Brain, I don't know another Pinky. Pinky Tuscadero from.
There's adult entertainment Pinky, and then
Pinky.
And then there's
Pinky
an
artiste. I mean the Pinky. I mean,
everybody knows about this Pinky,
except you. Yeah, you're more Adela. What's her name back in the day?
Vanessa Del Rio.
Vanessa Del Rio. Exactly.
I know you know Vanessa Del Rio.
Yeah, you know when the magazines was black and white. Yeah, we get. Notice I said magazines.
If you saw an image or a one of her highlights, I don't think you would absolutely know who Pinky was.
Was it Pinky Cole or was it Pinky?
Oh, I don't know her last name. I didn't even know she had one.
No. Okay, the adult entertainer is just Pinky. Now, Pinky Cole is the owner of Slutty Vegan, and she's going to be on Atlanta Housewives.
And that sounds like some intentional sort of, transposing of brands. Because when I mean, if you're going to Slutty, I'm thinking of Pinky, the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're telling me the creator of Slutty Vegan is not the OG slut?
No.
Pinky. Okay.
No.
See, look at her trying to play on that lady name with Slutty Vegan.
I mean, you know.
And of course, I know Puerto Rican is here in Atlanta, but I didn't know her name, the owner's name. So she's about to be on the show. She needs to, because isn't she's having a lot of problems
With the
with the
restaurants, yeah.
restaurant. She needs some
Because
other income.
it's the thing with restaurants is, you know, they'll throw money at you to expand and scale up. But once you get this money, you don't have proper things in place. You don't have the managers in place, and and then they fall apart because you putting people just in there to hurry up so you can get another business started here, another started here.
And that free money, a lot of that free money doesn't go into the business. It goes into your pocket because you think it is free money. So all of a sudden you got a bonus, you got a $2 million salary increase. All that money is coming back to you. And then the business is going to kaput.
Yeah.
And then people start suing you. And then all that money you just put in your pocket, you got to get back to the lawyers to defend yourself and your business.
That is exactly per another Ricky Ryan story. What happened to the Uncle Nearest? Is it bourbon whiskey?
Yeah. She
maybe even though it's a older story, maybe we could talk about that because you know they fronted on us.
That's right.
Like,
back in the day,
Uncle Nearest, they fronted like they was real big time and we was real little time. And it's like, look at y'all now filing for Chapter 11. Big time. Look, big time filing for Chapter 11. Y'all was too good to send us some complimentary bottles of Uncle Nearest, and now look at you.
I know they basically told us to get our weight up.
Yeah, I mean,
once we got our weight up,
it made sense. Listen, y'all ain't got your shit together. Just y'all, how many subscribers? Keep going.
But they also did not have their shit together. Is the irony of it, right? As their business falls apart, as they file for Chapter 11, as they're being sued, they had the sentiment towards us was like, one day y'all get it up, and it's like, but look at y'all.
Yeah, I need us now. I found the story on the Tennessee, and it says it's a turbulent time for Uncle Nearest. The Tennessee Whiskey Company is engulfed in a contentious lawsuit over more than $100 million in debt. Court filings allege years of mismanagement. Other creditors are at the door. The company's founders are no longer in control. Oh,
community movement builders would never. Everybody would line up in front of Kamau House if he was $100 million in debt. Everyone gets a kick.
It says the recent past from the filing of the lawsuit in August 2025 until now was not smooth sailing either when the company was facing falling sales. Before that, though, things at least appeared rosy. The company touted billion-dollar evaluations, rapid growth, and widespread acclaim. Could things get back to where they were? Uncle Nearest co-founder and the court-appointed receiver now running the company have starkly different opinions. Fawn Weaver, who founded Uncle Nearest in 2017 with her husband, Keith Weaver, said this month if a judge were to hand her back the reins of Uncle Nearest, she could announce it on the courthouse steps and every store with Uncle Nearest would sell out. Philip G. Young, the attorney whom a federal judge appointed in September to run Uncle Nearest as a receiver while the debt litigation enshrouding the company proceeds, thinks a sale in the next 6 months is the only viable option to maximize the value of the company and its assets. Who gets control of the company is up to a U.S. district judge. All sides of the litigation, including the receiver, the Weavers, Uncle Nearest, the lenders, appeared in court February 9th to argue over what they think is the correct course of action. Says what happens now really quickly. In a February 10th order, the judge ordered attorneys to file supplemental briefs because arguments were cut short at the hearing. And then the court will make the decision. Oh, an appointee of Donald Trump is weighing whether the receivership should be ended, stay in place, or as is, or be expanded to grant Young control of the Weaver-owned companies. So there you go.
Did you say in the article that Uncle Nearest as a company had a $1 billion valuation? Is that what you said? Did you say that?
At one point, she was touting that it did, yeah.
Oh,
which is not hard to get these days. It's not the same. You know, it's all about the hype and getting the investors. I mean, all these AI companies have multi-billion-dollar evaluations, but yet if you look at their balance sheets in terms of them actually selling something, it does not add up. So the evaluations sometimes are a lot different than what the profit and loss statement says it, because again, it's all about these these investors, these angel investors, or these big investors who invest literally hundreds of millions of dollars in some of these companies based on sort of the propaganda, no other way to say it, of the companies themselves or what they think future profits will be. Now, whether or not she was telling the truth is far beyond me. I haven't done that much research, but I wouldn't be shocked at this day and age that at some point that was the evaluation, which it isn't now, of course. Yeah.
Well, no, I just thought it was, well, AI sells dreams and erotica. I don't, Uncle Nearest actually has a physical product. So I'm like, if she got that $1 billion valuation, it must give some indication that the sales are strong, right? And that's my understanding, is that Uncle Nearest is actually a very popular brand. Like, and Black people in particular have supported it because it's a Black owned operation. So
and it's a good story behind it.
It's a great story behind it. Shame it got fucked up. Now I don't know. I'm biased because, again, I don't like that they fronted on us. They didn't have to, they just could have said no. They didn't have to, pat us on the head and said, get your weight up, little buddy. Like it just felt kind of condescending. So I'm coming with a little bias here, but
we got a big question here. What's the value of CMB CMOS?
Wow. Wow. Who put that up there? Who said that? You know what, Yipper.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
It's invaluable. You're supposed to say it's invaluable, Kamal, for your body.
I'll tell it. Our valuation has now reached $850 million. We're a few 150 million away from that $1 billion. You know what I mean? The CMOS, y'all don't know this, but the white folks stole our CMOS recipe, and then we reclaimed it back. Our old great grandfather, Kamal E. Frank Lee, who was the first founder of the CMOS company, like his shit was stolen. He was an enslaved African, and his stolen, and he had to work the sheaves, and he had to pull the CMOS out personally and stuff like that. And then, but we found that claim, and he wrote down in the CMOS, he wrote it down with CMOS that I founded the community CMOS thing, and now we're getting this back, and we're putting this out there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? CommunityCMOS.com. Go there.
All right, nice. So,
more entertainment news on the Thursday.
I know. I don't think there's any more to talk about.
And Janet was at Savior's Day.
Yeah, she was at Savior's Day. Yeah, and then she was at a game or something with Mustafa.
I feel like the Jacksons have had a connect, because remember when Michael was in all that trouble for the thing that y'all say he didn't do, but he probably did, but y'all still love him for. That Michael,
they said he was protecting those kids from going to Epstein Island by bringing them to that's what they said. What was they called? Wonderland? Neverland. Yeah, he was like, no, kids, y'all not going to that island, that Epstein Island.
But so he appeared in court with at one point with the Fruit of Islam, with the FOI. I think they at one point escorted him to court.
Yes.
And then I think Jermaine at some point was also involved.
I think so.
Yeah, like either he married somebody but they kicked him out when they saw the eggshell hair thing he was doing. They was like, that's too crazy for us. So that's all the news I got today. Okay.
All right. Very newsy. Very newsy.
Yeah.
All right. We can get some real news at some. Yeah.
We're very much on it today. Other than that, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You want to slap a map?
I guess I could do that. It could seem like while you pull up a story or two. Let's do it.
Peace and welcome, everybody. The 26th day of February 2026, 2/26/26. There we go. I'm sure that's a divination in that number somewhere. Welcome to the Remix Morning Show, the Thursday edition. OG status over here. Kamal Kirk K. Franklin over there. Kim Brown over here. Ear Doctor over there. In the cut. Remixers in the chat. Thank you all so much for being with us. Please show your love and support for our devoted channel, if you don't mind. Click some buttons, some likes, some thumbs up, some subscribes, some join our memberships, or head on over to patreon.com/Black Liberation Media if you want to get some exclusive content. We kind of loaded up over there. Or if you want to support us in different ways, blkliberationmedia.org is the place and space you can go to do that. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And I do understand if y'all don't give today so far, considering what we've been talking about.
Very sorry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know, we went deep. Someone said like we just slapped the Mac at 8:53. I was like, but I had fun. I had fun that first hour. So you know, okay. So I got a couple of stories. I don't know if Kim, if you got anything that you're going to email me.
I have not, but I would request that we do go to Cuba first, if we could.
Okay, we could definitely do that first.
Because what happened? Is it Bay of Pigs invasion part 2? Who was in the speedboat? Who opened fire on Cuban officials from an American registered speedboat in Cuban waters?
So here we have Cuba says it killed heavily armed exiles who attacked from U.S. registered speedboat, which is akin to the Bay of Pigs, of course. So Cuban forces killed 4 exiles and wounded 6 others who sailed into its waters on board a Florida registered speedboat and opened fire on a Cuban patrol, the country's government said. At a time of heightened tensions with the U.S., Cuba's interior minister said the group comprised anti-government Cubans, some of whom were previously wanted for plotting attacks. They came from the U.S., dressed in camouflage and armed with assault rifles, handguns, homemade explosives, ballistic vests, and telescope sights, it said. The wounded were evacuated and receiving medical attention, while a Cuban patrol commander was also wounded, the military said. The U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, told reporters it was not a U.S. operation and that no U.S. government personnel were involved. The Cuban authorities made the U.S. aware of the incident, but the U.S. Embassy in Havana would attempt to independently verify what happened, he said. He said, we're not going to base our conclusions on what Cuba told us, and I'm very confident that we will know the full story of what happened here, Rubio told reporters while on a trip in the Caribbean. It says, as we gather more information, then we'll be prepared to respond accordingly. Suffice to say, it's highly unusual to see shootouts in open sea. Is it highly unusual when you're bombing people?
That part.
Oh, okay. Florida's attorney general said he had ordered an investigation into the incident. Also, again, saying the Cuban government cannot be trusted, and we will do everything in our power to hold these communists accountable. Cuba said it had identified the 6 detainees from the boat, 2 of whom it claimed were previously wanted in Cuba on suspicion of planning terrorist acts. The other 4, they identified the other 4. And lastly, it says one of the dead was identified. The other 3 dead had yet to be identified, Cuba said. So this just happened as the United States, again, is tightening the embargo on Cuba, threatening other nations who dare to give Cuba oil or food. And so as the U.S. continues its stranglehold, others, maybe a U.S. Inspired operation or behind the scenes, but others are seemingly inspired to act by going to Cuba and testing it militarily.
Which at least 4 of them discovered that was a mistake, and you probably shouldn't do that. you probably should not roll up on these people's country rowdy and expect what? Victory?
Yeah. In camouflage outfits, like you're not going to be. Yeah. So obviously it wasn't the best laid plan, but then neither was the Bay of Pigs, which is why that also got smashed.
And to be clear, the Bay of Pigs was what? CIA operatives. It wasn't.
Yeah, the Bay of Pigs was.
It wasn't like SEAL Team 6 going in. It was some yokels, not yokels, but it was more of a clandestine intelligence thing than a military operation.
Yeah, the Bay of Pigs was an actual CIA operation to overthrow the Cuban government by training exiles and hoping that those exiles would go and dispatch with the Cuban government. And then the different parts of their plan did not go as expected in terms of so-called uprisings and that they thought that the Bay of Pigs would inspire. So yeah, so we did more information to come, obviously not from the point of view of that the Cubans are lying, but whether or not these folks did have any ties to, which they might have, to U.S. government operations, whether or not this was a test run, whether or not this somehow was a way of seeing if there were some weak points, whether or not they could make this an incident that they can then say Cuba illegally did something, and then therefore the United States is now going to bomb Cuba. We don't know what the next few days will offer in terms of any sort of activities in which the United States tries to use this as a justification for further strangling, putting a stranglehold around Cuba, or even attempting to invade Cuba. And again, always remember the United States has a base literally in Cuba, which it has never given up, right? So it's not like the United States is not there. This is how powerful an adversary the United States is as an imperialist agent. It literally has a base in Cuba.
And Cubans are being made to suffer more with the fuel shortage, the intentional, starving of the island of the necessary energy that it needs to, basically support its people. I know Mexico sent some humanitarian aid, but I don't think oil was part of that, that effort. But I thought I read slash heard that it was Russia. Apparently, allegedly, chat, jump in here. Is Russia sending oil to Cuba? I was under the impression that the Russian foreign ministry was like, yeah, Cuba's our ally. We are absolutely going to send them some oil, and U.S. sanctions. Russia kind of shrugged, like, nigga, we already under way a lot of sanctions. Like, sure, they could sanction us some more, big deal. But have you heard anything like that Russia was intending or has already sent oil?
There is a story. Russia's so-called dark fleet tanker believed to be delivering oil. I didn't mean to put the thing, but
okay, well, good. that's a good sign. So come through Russia with the oil, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so it says here really quickly, a tanker allegedly carrying Russian fuel en route to Cuba is using so-called deceptive dark fleet tactics. I just love how these stories are concocted in the sense of like the U.S. embargo on Cuba is completely illegal. It is not an international recognized part of international law. Recognized. This is purely a United States action. And only because of the United States imperialist power is it able to not only carry out the action, but again, because of the propaganda of the mainstream media, the corporate media, they make it sound as if the United States has a right to enforce this action on other nations, as if they're doing something legal in carrying it out. They're literally stopping other nations from attempting to give Cuba resources, whether or not those are food resources, oil resources. But there is nothing about this embargo which is recognized under international law. In fact, it's an illegal embargo, as most of the U.S. punitive measures are against the world, right? These are illegal acts or acts that are only done within the United States law that other countries do not have to abide by. But the media would make you think that somehow the United States stops these either countries getting resources, or it has embargoes on Iran and it kicks them off the SWIFT system, that these are somehow legal or recognized to international law, when it's exactly the opposite.
Is this the BRICS nations' time to shine here? To come in with some, economic assistance? Because Cuba is part of BRICS, right? Aren't they like a
I believe they are now. Yeah, I think they are like one is like almost like an observer nation status within BRICS. But again, that's another big question on the table. Will BRICS ever rise to sort of fulfill what some of us hope it will? Not necessarily as like this military challenge to NATO, maybe at some point, but at the very least, in terms of making an alternative economic system, particularly a system like the Swiss system, where international trade is hosted by these banks and stuff like that, that at the very least, if they can do make trade happen outside of dollars and have other ways for banks to exchange resources, that will do something to stop the United States from enacting these singular embargoes or sanctions on nations, right? So I think that still is to be seen. BRICS is taking a long time introducing some of this stuff that becomes, and nations are starting to trade outside of dollars directly, but whether or not they can create sort of an alternative system that nation states join in, I think there seems to be some, like a lot of talk about it, but the actual platform just has not been announced and used, where people like Iran, Cuba, Russia, China, and it could be a powerhouse. But it feels like there's, other nations are slow rolling it and they don't want that kind of breakdown in a larger economic system. But I think it's costly for it not to be coming to, happening at a faster pace or whatever.
Well, speaking of Iran, it does appear as though something is going to happen between the United States and Iran, or rather, the United States is going to, it appears to be positioning itself to do a preemptive strike on Iran proper, as these talks between the Iranians and the Trump regime continue in Switzerland. But I'm like, Kamau, right before Trump bombed Iran, there was talks going on, right? And in fact, Iran was under the impression when they got bombed last summer that, hey, aren't we in the middle of talks? Aren't we talking about this? And Trump obviously used the guise of negotiations as a ruse to lower Iran's cautiousness, and did this attack upon them. And with all these naval assets amassing off Iran's shores, it sure looks like some shit's about to happen.
It says here, like in the New York Times article, in his State of the Union speech on Tuesday, Trump appeared to suggest a goal that Iran needs to say the secret words that it will never have a nuclear weapon. But Iran has already essentially made that promise, even if it hasn't enriched enough uranium to make intelligence officials scoff. So the idea here, I think you're right. Like, I'm not sure how this is playing to a particular base here in the United States, but it does play to the strongman military type of posture that Trump and his so-called Secretary of War like to project and show that they will strike as a madman theory famous under Kissinger, right? That they will strike any place, anytime, anywhere, and that they can't be predicted. So I think Iran has already said that as a Islamic state, for them, they don't want nuclear weapons. But they want to, part of what their defense mechanism is to have at least the threat of like, look, if you keep doing this to us over and over and over and over and over again, we may possibly have to not follow that. Because what country in the Middle East does have nuclear weapons, which seems to never make it into mainstream discourse, news stories, is Israel, of course, right? Israel has long had, with the help of the United States, nuclear weapons. It is undeclared, right? It hasn't signed any order whatsoever, non-proliferation order. But again, it seems not to somehow, for some strange reason, never makes it into a story over and over again in the New York Times, in the Washington Post, in the LA Times. It never makes it to any news story as a nation that has nuclear weapons in the Middle East, right? It's only the idea that Iran, which has been said for like 40 years now, that Iran is about to get nuclear weapons. And the only time when Iran had the capacity to even think about nuclear weapons was when the United States and France, under the Shah of Iran, gave it the capacity to potentially build nuclear weapons, gave it uranium that was nuclear material ready, right? So once the Shah fell, once apartheid South Africa fell, the United States did everything possible to make sure that I can't remember if they actually had weapons or they were just in a position to build them, but that South Africa had no capacity whatsoever anymore to have nuclear weapons. With the apartheid white racist government was in power, they did. But when the indigenous Black African population came to power, the United States made sure that they did not. So.
It's probably a bad idea for the U.S. to attack Iran. It's not so much bad for us here on the homeland, as it were, but for U.S. assets in the region, and of course, whatever troops may be deployed there. I don't know if Trump's base or his political capital at this point in time could sustain American men and women, our boys in blue getting blowed up for what, like I don't know if even the conservatives or if the Republicans even have an appetite for war while this country is floundering itself economically. But I am concerned that obviously I'm concerned for the loss of regular Iranian lives. I don't want anybody, 1,000 people were killed when the US attacked Iran last year. But they seem to think the United States and Israel seem to think that Iran can't do nothing. And I remember the pictures coming out of Tel Aviv during the so-called 12-day war. And Israel got fucked up, come out, and it didn't get a lot of news here stateside about the amount, not only of losses that Israel suffered, but the strategic targets, how precise the Iranian strikes were on Israel proper. And it's like, are y'all sure y'all want to beef with these people? Because they seem to know what they're doing, the Iranians, that is.
Yeah, and it seems to be like, Iran has stated that this time around, that it will strike larger U.S. assets and or allied assets in the region if it is attacked again. Yet to be seen, of course. I think Iran has played it cautious because they are dealing with a bully, like someone who has surrounded their country with military hardware. But Jordan is there, the UAE is there, United Arab Emirates is there, Saudi Arabia, all these countries which would allow their airspace to be used for an attack of Iran are right there. The question is, how far will Iran go to not just give sort of to save face attack, right? But will it do something to say, look, if you continually bomb aerial raids on our country, we will fight back by shooting at allied nations, right, and damaging the infrastructure. Remember also, during the hot war between Saudi Arabia and the Houthis, it was Iran-based technology that allowed the Houthis to strike valuable assets of the Saudi Arabia oil machinery, right, that shut down upwards of 50 or 60% of their oil producing capacity for a time period. And it was through, different drone warfare. But Iran has certain capabilities and capacities that are not on the level of like high-tech bombs, but are on the level of these nations are close. These nations are not that far away. And Iran, which is practiced and studied and is ready for irregular warfare, may be in a position to attack some of these other nation states if it decides that the ways in which it's been handling the U.S. attack so far have not been a deterrent enough. And so will they try to, because I agree with you, the United States is not going to put ground troops in Iran, but it will probably continue to think it can get away with dropping missiles or flying jets and stuff like that over Iran. So it thinks it can get away with that. But is there enough for Iran to deter the United States from doing that? We yet to be seen. But I feel like we're getting the call from the air doctor to do some other kind of deterrence in terms of making sure the
flow is going. Yeah. Nah. Before we get to break, let me speak in y'all language. I feel like we're being coerced in imperialistic propaganda through board games like Life, like Monopoly, like Battleship, like all through childhood. Just this is the way, So we're gonna take a quick break right here on the Remix Morning Show, and we're gonna come right back.
He sound like Martin and Boomerang trying to describe Game of Pool to David Allen Greer and Eddie Murphy.
He said the word so badly that I couldn't even remember what the real word was.
What, coerced?
Yeah, stop saying that. Coerced.
Coerced.
Yeah.
Like
not
you say
coerced.
Yeah.
like
you say New York. Okay.
That could
All right,
be,
let's take a break. Let's take a break right here.
Oh.
Bam, bam, bam. Minister Server. Knowledge boy.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. How you doing today?
Merrily, man. You know, I'm in my hip hop grandpa phase of life. Life is just a dream. I can't complain at all. Even with all the appearance of chaos and confusion, stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
Stay focused. It's hip hop story time. Who are we talking about today?
You know what it is. Well, listen, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite artists, Yolanda Whitaker, also known as Yoyo.
You can't play with it.
Yes. You can't play with my Yoyo. You know, she is an Grammy-nominated rapper, actress, educator. She's from Compton. She came out. She was only 18. That picture right there. Leave that picture there for a second. When she first came out, she was with Ice Cube. She actually appeared on Ice Cube's first album, America's Most Wanted. And she got a song on there with him called It's a Man's World, where she went back and forth with Cube. She was only 18 at the time. In fact, she was still in high school. She couldn't even sign her record deal until she got out of high school. And she dropped her first album in 91, which was Make Way for the Motherlode. Yes, yes. And she also came out with her crew called the IBWC, the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition. So, you know, she was always active from the beginning because that was that era. It wasn't just about being a rapper. It was about the culture itself. She dropped a couple more albums. She dropped Black Pearl in 92. She dropped You Better Ask Somebody in 93. Then she dropped the remix. Well, she was on the remix of I Want to Be Down with Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Brandy, classic song. Then she dropped the next album, Total Control in 96. And she had another album called Ebony that she made, but it never really came out. But she's been doing a thing as an actress as well. Those people may remember she had a reoccurring role on the show Martin, and she played Kilolo, who was one of Shanae's homegirls and whatnot. She's been doing a number of different shows, from Jamie Foxx show. She had a reoccurring role on a show called Saturdays on Disney Plus. She was on a reality TV show on BET called Hip Hop Sister. I don't know if y'all remember that. It didn't stay on that long, but it was MC Lyte, MC Smooth, Lil Mama, and it was artists that was talking about reviving their careers. Hip Hop Sister, that was pretty good too. She was also a field collector. There was a show that came out in 2023 during Hip Hop 50 called Hip Hop Treasures, where she was one of the field people going around collecting artifacts for the Hip Hop Museum up in the Bronx. She's currently, right now, as we speak, she's on a show called Downright Delicious with Yoyo on Aspire TV, which is a cooking show. She's still doing things on radio as well. But more importantly, she has a school called Yoyo School of Hip Hop. And through that school, through the Black College Expo, they've awarded over $60,000 in scholarships. They continue to promote education through hip hop. In 2021, she received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Biden administration for her philanthropic work nationwide. And in 2022, she got an honorary doctorate in philosophy from the Leaders of Esteemed Christian Bible University. So now she's Dr. Yoyo. And as I said, she's still doing a thing out there. She's a hip-hop legend. She's an ambassador for the National Museum of African American Music in Nashville, as well as, as I said, the Hip-Hop Museum in the Bronx. So we salute Yoyo for being a hip-hop pioneer beyond entertainment and a great example of living hip-hop story. Word up.
Word up.
My Yoyo.
Yeah, that's it. Right there, Minister Server. Thank you for coming through. We're going to bring you on with the rest of the crew in a second. But let's get back to it right here. Don't try to play her out. Yo-yo, y'all.
I admit that's the only song I know is Don't Play With My Yo-Yo.
Well, I'm surprised at that, Kamal Kirk Franklin.
Are you? Are you?
We missed you last week, brother. It just wasn't the same without you being on here, brother. I gotta
know when we do our little co-host thing, like we have this. I know, like it should be like our thing together. I think I should replace the ear doctor.
This is like the old renegade culture.
Renegade culture.
Minus.
So we're going.
Was there anybody else?
Well, we got Burn It Down, Kim Brown. So this is the remix on the remix. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, Yoyo, man, like I said, Yoyo doing her thing. She's doing a lot. You know, she stopped making music, even though she's still performing. She stopped actually, recording music and whatnot. I saw her doing the Hip Hop 50 up in New York. Tore it down. For people that know Yoyo, she's gonna give you a show. She knows she's still sexy and beautiful, doing her thing and whatnot. So yeah, man, I'm glad that she's doing a philanthropic work, because again, my thing for the artist, once you go past your peak as far as the entertainment side, you got a whole nother life that you can give to the community. So big up to Yoyo for doing that for sure.
Kim, name me 3 Yoyo songs.
I'll be your Carmel Motel. You can get it when you want it, even though you got chicks all up on it. Don't matter, because brother, you fly. I can't lie. I've been macking daddy from a corner of my eye now. Baby, bring it on. Don't be fretting on your baby boo. All I want to know is what's up with you. How can I get with you? Seems like you got a hold on me. It must be voodoo, because baby, I want you.
She said, I got a verse for you.
Damn, I know. Damn.
Come out. Don't be trying to chest burn it down. You know she's official. You know she's official.
Not in my era. Don't test me in my era, nigga. I'm rated out here.
Unexpected.
No, I loved You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo. I can't name too many Yo-Yo songs, but the ones that she dropped was impactful. Again, that I Want to Be Down remix with Brandy, Yo-Yo, Latifah, MC Light. Woo!
Bonnie and Clyde with Ice Cube, a man's world with Ice Cube. Yeah, she does a thing. And I remember back in the 90s when I was writing for a news letter. Now I was doing an interview with Yoyo, and she is flirting with me crazy. And I was like, Yoyo, I'm a married man. Well, you better be lucky. I'm a married man. She's like, you better be lucky. I was like, can't play with my Yo-Yo. For real, man.
She was dating Pac back in the day too, wasn't she?
She was, She was, I'm telling you, there's a lot that Yoyo has done that people don't know behind the scenes and whatnot. Like I said, she's still doing a lot. Check out that show, Downright Delicious, with Yoyo on Aspire TV. So yeah, man, she's doing the thing, man, outside of just the rap music.
Where in LA is she from? Is she South Central?
Compton, straight out of Compton.
Compton, okay.
Straight out of Compton. That's why you picked her up or whatever, because she was already doing a thing around Compton. As a high school, like I said, for her to be on Ice Cube's first album, the only one of the only few guests on that album, that says a lot.
And I didn't realize exactly how young she was when You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo dropped, because I saw a clip of an interview her recently. She was talking about her appearances on Martin as Shanae Homegirl, as Kilolo. And she was like, I was only 18, 19. Damn. When she was doing the Martin stuff, which is obviously at least a couple to a few years after her big rap record. So it's like, damn, she was like a kid, like a teenager.
And yet, even being that young, she held herself in a certain dignity. Like I said, she came out with the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition. She never, again, you can be sexy without being, ratchet and vulgar and whatnot. And I think she always made sure that she maintained, the lyrical proudness of being a dope MC, along with, being a sexy woman, the whole nine, without stereotyping herself. So, yeah, man, big up to Yoyo. Do the research. She got a nice background for people that want to look at hip hop again beyond rap music.
One of the lines from You Can't Play, I'm gonna be quick here, real quick, but like in You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo, she was like, so at night he's got to listen to you holler. Yep, I put lipstick on his collar, and he got to listen to you. But he'll slap you and sock you. So why bother? But if he come knocking at my door, I'll smoke him. Tell him, Ice Cube.
You can't play with my yo-yo.
Try to bait me out.
Acknowledging domestic violence is a thing at the same time, saying I will kill this if he come over here with that bullshit. So again, I respect it.
Yeah, do y'all respect on Yoyo. And before we get you out of here, Server, is the battle over since 50 Cent's never replied when it comes to the T.I. 50 Cent's battle? Or was it even a battle?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, 50's just the world's best hip hop troll. He's not going to respond. He's just going to do what he does. T.I. would have smoked him in a battle, in my opinion. T.I. is a real lyricist, and he got hits. And I'm biased to the A, so 50 don't want nothing. We all know what he does, and you know. But I love the way that King came out. King came out like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk about my mama, son." And went crazy hard on 50's mama. Posted a picture of 50's mama's tombstone and the whole nine. It's getting ugly, and I'm hoping that they kind of pull that back a bit. But I ain't mad at King. Don't be playing with my mama. She's a saint.
Nah, not at all. Well, Server, thank you, Hip Hopstery. I will see you in the streets this weekend. I'll probably see you at the Auburn Avenue Library for Remembering Our Story. Let Us Make Man. I'll be DJing 20th year anniversary. So
I heard Kamal's coming out to that as well. So Kamal,
I thought I saw me in that picture.
I'll see you on Saturday as well, Kamal.
Yeah, bring the kids, man. This is gonna be drummers and everything. It's gonna be dope. All right, I'll catch you out on these streets, Minister Server. Thanks.
Respect, y'all. Peace.
Thank you, Minister Server.
All right. We got what time is it? We got
Are you ready to go, man? I mean, what's going on with you?
I mean, I'm just so amped about classical breakdown coming up at 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye. So, you know, I'm just a little amped.
How deep y'all going? Y'all going to do a little Tammy Terrell stuff? Y'all going to do how far back y'all going
this
to do
catalog starts at 1961, bro. And we remember Sexual Healing in 85 and 86. So stop playing.
No, for people who think that's Marvin, that's like peak Marvin. They're like crazy. Like it's just like you don't know Marvin then.
So
I mean, who had the better? I hate to do verses kind of stuff. I don't like putting our greats against each other. Time.
We can't help it.
70s. I mean, who had the better catalog? 70s. Marvin, Stevie, Curtis. Go.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm going Stevie. I'm going Stevie.
I'm going to go Stevie / Marvin. I love Curtis Mayfield though.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go. I mean, again, Marvin Gaye has some deep cuts, and his voice. Of the three, even though I think Curtis has a great voice, Marvin has one of the best voices of all time in history. You can sing almost anything or probably anything. So I might go. I think Marvin. Overall art. Let me put it like this: overall artist. No, Stevie.
Sorry, yeah. Steve. I mean, Stevie's number one.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude could play harmonica, piano, sing his own ad libs, produce music, sing, rap. He's done it all.
Yeah. I think Marvin got pigeonholed as being like the sexy thing, and so then other things that he's done have not been recognized as much because it was not only the sexual healing, but when you like from dance to slow jams, some political songs contemporarily for his time period, Marvin did it all. People don't understand that, and with that voice, that silky voice, Marvin's one of those people like I think Luther's another one, but Marvin's one of those people who can just probably sing about soap, and you know what I mean. It don't make no difference. Just hearing his voice was something.
Yeah, one of the songs.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say Marvin had, after his passing, he had great tribute songs. Frankie Beverly and Mays did Silky Soul, the Silky Soul singer. Commodores with The Night Shift, Diana Ross with Missing You. Like, Marvin had some, the people, his contemporaries grieved him, when he was stolen.
Yeah. Well, we still got Stevie.
You better put Stevie, encase him in plexiglass, like put the phone, whatever the phone. He's 70 plus now, Stevie.
76.
Oh, Zero wants to Donnie minus a penny. What about Donnie, Air Doctor? Donnie Hathaway is like Biggie Smalls. Not enough material due to a passing.
But maybe one of the greatest of all time.
One of the greatest, yeah.
That he put out. Yeah. Donnie's another one. If you hear, Donnie can sing about smoke and just his rendition of what's the song? The Black I think Simone did it. He did it. What's the song? Chat. What's the song? Donnie Hathaway's sort of a tribute to being black.
Oh, I'm Black and I'm Proud.
No, it's a version of it's not a version like that. Come on,
Young,
chat.
Gifted, and Black.
Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
Young, Gifted, and Black. That if you hear Young, Gifted, and Black, and if you're not inspired by Young, Gifted, and Black, then you're not black. Young, Gifted, and Black will make you run.
Okay, Biden.
Exactly. Yo, I'm gonna put a vest on. You know, with some like if I hear Young, Gifted, and Black, you don't know. Like that's the last song I hear before I do something crazy. Will probably Young, Gifted, and Black. Tears rolling down my as I pull the vest on and you know, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm just saying.
Oh, somebody in the chat said slap the map. I'm certain of this. I'm certain. Thank you, remixers, for being with us on this Thursday edition. Thanks so much. It's Kamau, it's Kim, it's Ear Doctor, it's you. Hey, you. How you feeling? You doing good today? All right. Don't get fooled by this pneumonia weather. It's pneumonia weather. Didn't we just talk about this, people? The elders knew what to call the thing when it's 65 degrees on one day and then in the 5-day forecast they're calling back for snow. Mama said, don't look at the temperature, look at the calendar. Does the calendar say February? Then dress your ass accordingly and your children, please and thank you. So yeah. But anyway,
that's right. So I went like I don't maybe other folks covered it on their show yesterday, but I wanted to do a little bit of Trump's State of Union address.
But why? Is it though? Did you watch?
Isn't it?
Did you watch in real time?
No, I did not. Did you watch in real time?
I fell asleep on it because, you know, after of the 1,000th time, this nigga telling us that America's the hottest country in the world. It's like, sir, you sound like somebody whose album sales are not meeting expectations. You keep telling me you got the hottest album and ain't nobody buying the shit. What's really going on? So no, I did not. I could not. But did you know that this is how we fucked this up, Kamau. Roland Martin did a live watch of the speech. I said we should have did something like that.
We should have done something like that. I'm always, anytime I hear Trump speak, I'm always flabbergasted, let's say, by the fact that this dude is president. I'm just like, people voted for, like, this is like he's not a real person to me. And so it's hard for me to it's like not necessarily take it seriously, but take it in a sense of like, is this a bad movie that we're in? Like, how is it possible that someone that seems to be this off or this dumb or this crazy, or egotistical even, like, rise to this position when he, like, again, there's like no cover. It's not like Gavin Newsom, right? Who is probably just as egotistical as a Trump, but is smart enough to, or seems whatever, like this has a cover for it. Like traditionally people know how to sort of present themselves in a certain way. This guy just has no filter whatsoever. And that shit worked for, again, a vast majority of white people, I should say. So maybe, can you indulge me for a few seconds worth? And then we don't got to do too much.
Okay.
Yeah, just a few seconds worth maybe. And I'm not even sure, you know, what we'll be witnessing, but I just wanted to see what we're doing. So here's Trump
tonight,
way down.
After just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
This is when Al Green was kicked out for his sign, Black People Are Not Apes. Someone trying to take his sign.
Here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country-saving. It's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. My great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
I'll stop there.
Thank you. Best part, obviously, being the heckling coming from Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. And again, Kamal, you tell me if you see this similarly or differently. It's like the part Democrats are in the minority. Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar are even further in the minority. So it's like, if y'all really,
I know what happened to the rest of the squad. What happened to where's Cortez? Where's AOC? Where's AOC at? How come she's not sitting over there no more?
I hope they don't even talk to her ass no more. They kick her out the squad. Girl, you can't sit with us in the congressional cafeteria. AOC, you go over there with your Republican friends. Why don't you go over there and sit with Marjorie Taylor and them?
I agree, because I don't see her with them anymore. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So I think one of the big takeaways from Trump's speech is that, clearly he's trying to sell us on his delusion about the strength of the economy, the so-called beneficial effects on tariffs, that tariffs is having on the economy. He's pissed off about the Supreme Court ruling, which, by the way, I think means that some of these tariffs must be refunded to businesses and, individuals who had to pay extra on these tariffs. No idea how that's going to work out or what that even looks like, or if anyone's going to get their money back. But, Trump ain't worried about that shit.
There's already lawsuits. Some of these companies have already filed lawsuits trying to have their tariffs refunded. So that's interesting too. Like as these companies are saying, hey, give us back our money. And now there's going to be a bunch of lawsuits. And Trump has already attempted to do new tariffs, right? 15%, 20%. So he's already enacting new tariffs under what he says is a new legal avenue in which he can enact these tariffs or whatever like that. So immediately bypassing the so-called Supreme Court and saying, okay, you're saying I can't do that, so I'm just going to do it again. And again, all the time period that it'll take for this to get back to the Supreme Court, it'll be more money collected. So
what was that rejection by Trump of the Supreme Court ruling? Because even though he said, I'm just going to use a different part of the law, like he's basically saying, I don't give a fuck about y'all little ruling. In fact, it was 10% global tariff, 15% global tariffs. Now ain't nobody worried about y'all. Retrospectively, Kamal, we're going to look back in history and be like, was this the ruling that rendered the Supreme Court just an impotent branch of government, that the executive has just now said, I'm not worried about their ruling. I don't really even have to adhere to their ruling. I'm just going to do the workaround or do the loophole or whatever. Not to say that's the first time that's ever happened, but the way people are cowing or crowing about democracy failing, is this an example of that democracy further breaking down?
Yeah, of bourgeois democracy, I think it is, of sort of like this bourgeois democracy for the elites. I think you're right. It's another way. It's another pin in that says, hey, look, like I don't have to, if I don't like it, I'm not going to follow it. And I'll just find another way right away. I'm not going to do anything to stop. I'm not refunding money or whatever. So I think the courts themselves are getting more upset with Trump. But I think Trump is again saying, if you don't have an army, you don't got to, how are you going to enforce it? What you going to do? Like, so I do think this is another way in which, again, unless he likes the ruling, he's not going to follow it, or he's going to delay it, or he's going to find a workaround around it right away, right? Not even delaying or waiting or assessing, none of that. He's just, basically he stared them down. I think there was a few Republicans who kind of just brushed right by them, kind of thing. So yeah, so they would not even.
was Clarence down to? Well, Clarence voted in support of Trump. He voted against. He was part of the three.
He is
centers.
Yeah.
But do me a favor. I want you to pull up a story. Can you mind pulling up a story for us, Mel? I want you to pull up the story about the South Korean president being sentenced to life in prison. Because I would like for us maybe to draw some inspiration that maybe you can hold elites accountable. Maybe, as we're looking at what's going on across the pond in the UK with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor being charged, and along with Lord Peter, I love speaking the British accent, Lord Peter Mandelson also being charged in connection with underhanded trade dealings, but based off their relationships with Jeffrey Epstein. Them niggas is that, did you see Prince Andrew?
I did in the car.
Kamau, in what world would the Queen's favorite son ever think he would be in the back of a cop car, Kamau? Oh my God.
Never.
See, give God the glory. Things are possible out here. But yeah, let's check out. No, the South Korea shit was serious.
So it says here quickly, it's an AP story. Former South Korean president was found guilty of leading an insurrection on Thursday and sentenced to life in prison for his brief imposition of martial law in 2024, a ruling that marks a dramatic culmination of the country's biggest political crisis in decades. The conservative leader was ousted from office after he declared martial law and sent troops to surround the National Assembly on December 3rd, 2024, in a baffling attempt to overcome a legislature controlled by his liberal opponents. It says the judge of the Seoul Central District Court said he found Yoon, 65, who's 65 years old, guilty of rebellion for mobilizing military and police forces in an illegal attempt to seize the assembly, arrest political opponents, and establish unchecked power for an indefinite period. So it says here, the martial law imposition, the first of its kind in more than 4 decades, recalls South Korea's past military-backed governments, when authorities occasionally proclaimed emergency decrees that allowed them to station soldiers, tanks, and armored vehicles on streets or in public places, such as schools, to prevent anti-government demonstrations. It says Young was suspended from office December 14, 2024, after being impeached by lawmakers, and was formally removed by the Constitutional Court in 2025. He has been under arrest since July while waiting multiple criminal trials, with the rebellion charge carrying the most severe punishment.
America would never.
No.
Now look at how quick they done got his ass together. They impeached him, charged him, put him through a trial, and now he's been convicted. The president, former president, this is not some local yokel here. This is the HKIC, the head Korean in charge. What is your takeaway, Kamau? Well, let's put that through the lens also of the high profile arrests from the UK. Just in a week, basically, in just a few days' time, we've seen some very powerful people in their respective countries and societies be held to some account.
I think it's exactly what you just said. It's like it would never happen in this country. Again, look at you go back in time to Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon, again, who defied, again, court orders, defied Congress in secret bombings, literally had a secret burglar crew that broke into Watergate to bug the Democrats, the other major party in the United States. Now, it cost him his job as president. But even then, he was never impeached because he resigned, faced no criminal charges, went about his life, rehabilitated his so-called image, and became a statesman that, again, the media would uphold to have conversations on statecraft and so forth. So never was there even a thought that that man would spend 1 day in prison for his crimes, the biggest of which is carrying on a U.S. genocide against the people of Vietnam, where his him and Henry Kissinger, with his Christmas bombings and other bombings, literally millions of people killed under Kennedy, Johnson, and Nixon, and Ford. None of them ever even were contemplated to see prison for those crimes against humanity and those genocidal acts. People don't think of the numbers because anytime people talk about the Vietnam War, they talk about the 50,000 American troops. They literally killed over 3 million Vietnamese, mostly civilian people. No one was even thought to be held accountable.
And the people of Laos and Cambodia, too, who often get left out of those numbers.
Exactly. Coming up to modern day with Trump, a man who led an insurrection at the Capitol where, if I'm not mistaken, a Capitol cop was killed, breaking into offices, threatening to hang people, having congressional members running to safety.
Glorious day.
No, no charges against Trump whatsoever when Biden came back in office. No charges whatsoever from Congress. No idea whatsoever. And again, outside of that, his calling the election illegitimate and being convicted on criminal charges several times. Not seen his for the felony charges. He was in and out of the county jail here in Atlanta, Fulton County, in a matter of a couple of hours. No handcuffs, no cell, nothing of the like. So here it's almost impossible, if not impossible, in this day and age to think that a national leader would ever see prison time for, again, not only the ongoing crimes of what Trump is doing in terms of illegally bombing and murdering civilians in water, in the oceans off the coast of Venezuela. Nothing whatsoever, right? So there is no justice. The courts are for us, as they say, right? The courts are for us. The courts are for little people. They're to teach us lessons on what we can and cannot do. But the courts are not about anything to do with holding power accountable.
I'd be interested in hearing from someone who has insight and perspective about South Korean culture and politics to kind of explain, like, how did they get this done? Like, was it the opposition party? Were they so strong and forceful that they were able to compel, these charges against the former president and beyond? Or was it really the will of the Korean people? They were like, no, this nigga cannot remain. This nigga cannot remain out here free with the rest of us. He must be jailed. So yeah, I would like to hear from Korean folks to explain, because to me, that's a W. Imagine, Kamal, when was the last white politician that went to jail? What was the last white politician that went to jail? I'll wait. I know a couple of them.
It's because he might not be white. Was it the senator from New Jersey? For the
Menendez.
Menendez.
Ooh, don't know, because he could be a Cubano white. He could be a white Cuban.
He's off white. Yeah. He's more Spaniard white, but he's definitely
his last name is Menendez. That should give you an answer.
Well, amongst the real whites, Menendez is disqualifying as a surname. You are disqualified from actual whiteness.
That's why Rubio better watch it, right?
What? I couldn't. Did you see Rubio when he was at the Munich Security Conference? He was extolling the virtues of 500 years of colonialism. I said, nigga, you are colonized. What are you talking? He was talking like he was talking to the whites like he was one of them. I'm like, Marco, it's a no.
No, Spain. Somebody just said Spain is in Europe. Spain is in Europe. But again, the Spaniards are the second-class citizens of the Americas, right? The ones that have settled.
The Europeans.
Yes, of the Europeans, they are the second class. The ones who come here, who came here, and because they lost the wars, basically, right? The Spanish-American War, they lost the war, they were degraded, and so forth. So they're kind of the off-white, they're the Russians of the Americas. That's who they are. They're white, but not white enough for like the Western Europeans. Like the Russians. They serve a certain purpose over here in Europe, but they're not exactly as prominent or important as we Western whites kind of thing.
So if we was to do a scale, what is the top Europeans going down?
Oh, it's still
the Nordics fighting out the Anglo-Saxons, right? It's the
Swede.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Swedish.
All of them, the Swedes, Norway,
Vikings.
Finland, Denmark, those are like the Nordic countries. And you got the Anglo-Saxons, the Brits and the Germans and the French. But them Southern and Eastern Europeans are like the low level whites, like Spanish, Portugal, Italy, Greece. Oh, are Greece even white?
They're white, but again, just not white enough.
What?
Not white enough.
Because your man ran through the Alps and contaminated all the Southern Europeans.
Yeah.
Ain't that what happened?
Well, save them from the fucking plague. Save them from themselves. God damn it. We should have left Europe to squalor. Look at the grace of Black people, even still.
So who's at the bottom? The Australians or the Jewish?
No. The Jews are not like they're kind of because that's the religion thing, though. That's
Okay.
they dare not be Christians.
Yeah.
So that's the religion thing for them. Like in terms of their comp, I think the WASP are the WASP. Well, in the Americas, no longer with Europe. In the Americas, it is still I think it's the WASP. Who
What's
are
WASP stand for, Air Doctor?
I was just gonna let him keep talking, and I was gonna figure it out.
white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Oh, trailer park.
No, that's the
No.
opposite of the trailer park. That's the
they're the
blue
elites.
bloods. The blue bloods are the WASPs.
They're the elites. They're the
So
elite
trailer park Americans would be at the bottom.
Those are the ones. Well, I mean, they might be the ones that came later, immigration, I guess. People are mentioning the Irish. I mean, the Irish had to go through their thing over here to be accepted within the whites.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Northern Ireland, they are not liked that well because they have politics, left politics, and they've actually battled the British for land, right, to get their land back. So, but yeah, I would say yeah. I think it's but of those groups, the Latin white, the Spanish white. In the Americas is not always considered white. So like when you see like again, even the Mexican president who may have some indigenous, but she's basically Spaniard, all the Spaniards who are the people of Spanish descent from Spain, who are the primary leadership in a lot of Latin American countries. The indigenous people, like, the Mexicans who basically are the indigenous people. That's again, the weirdest part for me is that people don't recognize because of these borders, like the indigenous, they don't have your borders. This was all their land. When you see people at the weirdness for me, like when they see folks at Home Depot and they just look at them as Mexicans or whatever like that, they are indigenous. So the same way you think indigenous, you have this stereotype of indigenous people looking a certain way, even based on cowboy and Indian movies. Those Mexican folks are indigenous to this land. There was no border that said, So all that shit is like wild and weird the way we make this race stuff happen. But again, the Spaniards are the lower class. So they are the ones who really have to watch themselves or become like the Cubans and the Rubios. They have to continually show their allegiance to the WASP or to the elite of the white working class by doing speeches like they do. But they're a moment away. When it comes to the race war, they won't be where we're at, but they might get crushed at some point. They might be mistaken.
So the bottom of the barrel is Wiggers and Coons.
Wiggers.
White people that act black, and Coons are black people that act white.
Well, you have different scales. It's not the same scale. You're doing different types of scales amongst the whites, though.
Yeah.
It's like a little lower. Yeah.
But then the Wigger got reformed, right? Because like Justin Bieber, I'm trying to think of, I know there were some little white rappers doing their best, minstrel show impression.
Yeah.
And, they get lauded, if I'm not mistaken. So Wiggering is not as reviled as it maybe once was amongst whites.
Yeah, they're the bottom of the barrel. Like Coons are to us.
Sellouts. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we've done our civic lesson for the day.
I feel each day you come on earlier and earlier to cut the show. I feel like at some point the show is going to end at 9:30. It's going to be a 90-minute show.
We got one more story. We got 7 minutes.
Get us another story, Kamal.
Oh, man.
Well, I was looking.
Erica laced us, as usual. Big up to Erica Brown. Big up to her and Amber for the Brokish. They dropped another one. Every 1st and the 15th, look out for Brokish. You know what I'm saying?
Like the pay period.
Yeah. And
I think now I've still not been asked ever to be on their show.
Maybe you don't come across as broke-ish.
Right. I mean, you got
been slandered as being Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's nothing about you that comes across as broke.
I mean, not everybody has a room they can have a library in. I mean,
Wow. Okay, she pulled up a Bill Gates story. but this one.
Oh yeah, this is more entertainment. Entertainers that's entertaining Epstein. Big up to Deepak Chakra. Did I say his name? Deepak.
He was
No.
another one, right?
Yeah. Him and
I knew who
Gates
you
was.
meant. Me and you have the same pronunciation issues, so I knew exactly who you meant when you said it. Other people might have. I was like, I know exactly who he's talking about.
Deepak.
Bill Gates admits to affairs, apologizes for Epstein relationship. Wall Street Journal reports. So Bill Gates took responsibility for his actions. If I hear one Chomsky reference, over ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in a town hall meeting with employees of the Bill Gates Foundation. The group said in a statement, Gates answered questions at the twice-a-year meeting on February 24th on a range of issues, including the release of the Epstein's files. The foundation said in the town hall, Bill spoke candidly, addressing several questions in detail and took responsibility for his actions. The statement came in response to a Wall Street Journal report that said Gates had apologized to staff at the event for his ties to Epstein. Documents released by the Justice Department have indicated Gates and Epstein met repeatedly to discuss expanding the Microsoft founder's philanthropic efforts. The meeting came after Epstein was imprisoned for 13 months, ending in 2009 for a conviction on state charges in Florida of soliciting the prostitution involving a minor. Epstein died by suicide? Okay. According to the report, Gates told staff it was a huge mistake to spend time with Epstein and bring Gates Foundation executives into the meeting with the secretary. So he said he apologized. He says, I did nothing illicit. I saw nothing illicit.
Yeah, okay.
Gates towards staff members. And then there was something, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find this thing about why did he apologize for having affairs, he said.
Because he got caught.
It says,
why is he apologizing to staff and not his wife?
So Epstein wrote an email to himself saying Gates and his aides were mistreating him despite a friendship so close that Gates once asked for antibiotics to treat a sexually transmitted infection he had contracted from Russian girls. Jesus Christ. Yeah. His former wife, Melinda Gates, announced their divorce in 2021 after 27 years of marriage. She left the Gates Foundation. Whatever questions remained there of what I can't even begin to know all of it. I'm not quite sure what the statement is. It says, those questions for those people and for even my ex-husband, they need to answer to those things, not me. Okay, she made a statement. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I had no idea about that one. Damn, he asked for the Russian. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Pop shit apologizing. Deepak Chopra said, "Oh, bad judgment on the emails." I mean,
it's not the emails; it's the fact that someone being convicted of causing harm to children and women, it's not a disqualifiable offense for people to rethink their relationships with these folks. You know, what's a little R word? What's a little abuse? What's a little trafficking? He's a good guy. You should have seen the tips he gave me on my stock portfolio. Great guy. Here's Jeffrey's number. You should give him a call. Like when it comes to money, they don't give a fuck about people getting hurt. Least of all children, least of all women. It's just, standard operating procedure.
Yeah. All right. Well, another great show right here on the Remix Morning Show, y'all. Black Liberation Media. Like I said, we'll be, I believe, April 21st, celebrating 5 years of being on, giving y'all this great show.
So we are going to do something on that April 21st? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we're going to do a fundraiser. We're going to do probably get all the different people to come on. Maybe bring back some old heads. Who knows? We'll make a.
You know what? Let's make up with Kalanji and bring him back for that.
I was not expecting you to say that. I mean, he don't like but does he like anybody over here? I'm guessing no.
Nah, I thought when I seen him in public, you just at least give a head nod, but we gotta ignore. I was like, well, you got what you wanted. I thought we was cool. Damn,
you couldn't even get a head nod. Like, I see you.
Straight ignore.
You
which is cool.
Did you get a head nod, Kamau? You got a head nod?
No, I don't think no. The last time I seen my man, I think it was I was giving a talk and he was there. He sat in the front row. He had I was giving my speech and just that, and then he left early, kind of thing.
Wait. You were speaking at a panel and he came and sat in the front row so he could ice grill you to your face.
I think he was already at the panel. I don't know. He didn't expect that I was going to be on the panel. I don't think he knew I was. He didn't come specifically to ice grill.
Okay.
He didn't know I was going to be on the panel.
Yeah. I think that's how it happens. Like, he didn't know I was going to be DJing at the event, and that's just how it be sometimes.
Oh well, I mean, he doesn't strike me as he ain't ducking y'all. I don't think that at all. But
Elijah probably likes confrontation, like
yeah.
But right. Man, I'm gonna reach out.
All right, let's see what we can't do. All right, so I'll be out in the streets. We'll start with me. I'll be out in the streets tomorrow. I'll be at the Grant Park Coffee House from 12 to 3 p.m. I'm gonna be doing. God damn. I'm gonna do Black History music. I'm gonna go through all the different genres of music.
You're going to play Black History music.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're going to play music for Black History. That may be Black History Month or something like that.
Sounds good. Keep going, because
Let me help
but yeah,
you.
So music from Black people, I'll be playing. Also, I'll also be DJing this Remember Our Stories, a free event at Auburn Library at 10 a.m. Saturday morning.
There I go in the back.
Bring the kids in and all that stuff. And
bring the kids, come out.
Yeah, and 11 o'clock today. Stay tuned. Classical Breakdown. Me and Kim Brown, Marvin Gaye.
I wonder if Diallo would talk to me. Somebody just said I joined Diallo.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're trying to get off, whatever.
No,
it says
no.
I joined. A-Rob said I joined Diallo show a couple of weeks ago, and boy, that was a mistake. You should ask him if you would talk to me. I don't know why he mad at me. They blame me for a whole bunch of. I was like, why are you mad at me?
I don't think they mad at you.
Yeah, they were mad at me.
Oh, really? Well, maybe they are mad at you.
Everybody gets mad. Everybody hates Kamau.
Everybody hates Kamau. It's all good. We love all y'all, man. That's why we still here, giving it to the people and, doing what we do. So big up to all you and yours. Y'all have a great weekend. Make sure y'all tune in again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for some more of the Remix Morning Show. And anything else need to be said before we get up out of this piece? No? Kamau, you got? No? All right. With that said, we are out of here. Peace. I am the Ear Doctor. That's Kamau K. Franklin. That's Burn It Down, Kim Brown. Peace out, y'all. Remix Morning Show. Black Liberation Media is a collective of Black and African organizers, journalists, academics, and media personalities serving Black and African masses seeking to further grow in their understanding of themselves, their histories, and the African world through entertainment and news. Please continue to like, subscribe, and donate to the channel so we can further serve you and liberate our people. You can also go to blkliberationmedia.org, get some merchandise, and also become a Patreon member and a member from the YouTube. Please do what you can, share, and show your love as we will show ours for you. Black Liberation Media.